going live, folks. So if you want to tune into YouTube and watch the net, and also note that when you're on that site, you'll see that all the nets prior to this are recorded. So if you missed one and you are interested in listening to what was going on or how it sounds, tune into that. So we are live. And I would appreciate if anyone is online to let me know if you have audio from me as well as audio from on the air.
Yep, both.
Okay. All right, the first thing that's going on, amateur radio equipment is being sent to Tonga. I think a lot of you know where Tonga is now. Not some place that is very popular, but you know when a volcano explodes and islands disappear, they become pretty popular. The United Kingdom's Guardian newspaper reports a politician in Tonga has said an airdrop of ham radio equipment is being made to provide basic communications in the aftermath of that massive volcanic eruption. The newspaper says Fusitsua also tweeted that he was organizing an airdrop of ham radio for basic communications. Um, Whoever Fusitsua is, I coordinated that effort, and you can actually go over to Twitter and type in Sterling Man, two words, and man is MANN, call sign November Zero Sugar Sugar Charlie, and in that Twitter account you'll be able to get additional details if you are interested to see what's going on. And I see we got a few people on already. Welcome aboard. I hope the audio feed is adequate. With that, let's take some check-ins, and then if you can hear the check-ins on YouTube, just give me a text. Let me know you can hear the guys on the radio.
November 4, Radio Bravo Bravo. Mike and Hialeah checking in.
All right, Mike, we got you. November 4, Romeo, Bravo Bravo. Got you loud and clear from Hialeah.
Kilo Oscar 4, Kilo Sierra Golf, Willie in Hialeah, with no traffic.
All right, Willie, got you loud and clear also. Thanks for checking in. Kilo Oscar 4, Kilo Sierra Golf. We got you down. Thank you. All right, I don't have my ring binder with me. It had all the R&Rs, rules and regulations, for the upcoming winter field day. So real quick, I'll be there before sunrise at the park over here at Biscayne National Park, and greeting folks that will be showing up uh, uh, on Saturday morning, and that'll run right through to Sunday afternoon, wrapping up things at around 2 p.m. When the winter field day, the 24-hour ops, is completed. Um, we'll have a briefing prior to the beginning of our operations, so that we know what um, type of event we are, whether we're an Alpha or a Bravo, and how many stations will be running simultaneously and things like that. So pretty much a routine setup and ops. It's going to be chilly, so be prepared for that. I'm looking at Sunday morning, maybe in the mid 40s. So be prepared for that. Get plenty of hot chocolate and hot coffee prepared. Um, and I'm not too sure about wind speed and things like that, but that should be taken into consideration. But again, the temperatures are going to be quite cold. So for those folks that are planning on doing the overnight, make sure you're prepared for that. If you have any questions or comments regarding Winter Field Day, bring them on now, or feel free to reach out to me.
Second.
Go ahead.
Once more, good evening, Steve. This is Kilo India 4, Victor Echo Yankee. Kilo India 4, Victor Echo Yankee. I got some relays for you.
All right, Lewis, got you in the log. Kilo India 4, Victor Echo Yankee, and go with those relays.
Thank you, sir. Whiskey 4, Alpha Sierra. Whiskey 4, Alpha Sierra, Alberto. Kilo Bravo 4, Alpha India Lima. Kilo Bravo 4, Alpha India Lima, Frank. Alpha Kilo 4, Factory Uniform. Alpha Kilo 4, Factory Uniform, Frank. Break.
Okay, go ahead.
Whiskey Charlie 4, Bravo Papa. Whiskey Charlie 4, Bravo Papa, Jose Antonio. Whiskey 4, Lima Charlie Mike. Whiskey 4, Lima Charlie Mike, Ramon. The next one is November 4, Charlie Julia Golf. November 4, Charlie Julia Golf, Carlos. Break.
Got it.
Steve, Mike Ferguson has always instructed me that if he doesn't check in, to put him down as a relay. Did he check in already?
No, not yet. So I'll put him down now, K4HOR.
Put him down, please, because I have him here as a relay for his instructions. Listen, Steve, thank you. 73.
All right, 7-3, Lewis. And I don't know if you caught it, but I gave a quick recap on the plan for Winter Field Day. I'll be there before sunrise to greet people that will be showing up. Same thing is like any other field day. Operas begin at 2 p.m. for 24 hours right through to Sunday, and telling folks that if they are staying over, to make sure they're prepared because the weather is going to be cold.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Appreciate the information.
Thanks, Lewis.
HOR, got you, Mikey. Lewis got you checked in. Okay, by relay.
Roger that. Hey, did anybody get the update on Luciano?
Lewis, you want to take that?
No. Do you have one? Because the only thing that I have is he was at the cardiac care unit, bed number 9. Then he was switched to a rehab center for Kent. That he found that out, and I've been calling him, leaving messages, and that's it. Nothing new.
Last information I got, they say he was moved to Victoria Rehab Center on 90 something. That's all I got. They say he's doing a lot better now. Don't know why he's not answering his phone, but he was moved there. He's out the hospital. He's at the rehab center called Victoria Rehab Center.
Yeah, but you know what, Mikey? You told me when we last spoke on the phone that you thought he was at Jackson North. Is this at Victoria? I don't know if it's the same Victoria that I know. There was a Victoria Hospital, a very small hospital, over in the area of Little Havana there, like 12th Avenue and Northwest 5th Street or something like that. So I don't know if it's the same one.
No, negative. It's supposed to be a Victoria Rehab Center. I got hold of Milton. And Milton got hold of his sister. He finally talked to his sister, and his sister said that he got transferred from Jackson North, and he is at Victoria Rehab Center.
Okay, that's good news. He's doing much better. He's improving. Thank you, Mikey. God bless my brother. 73.
All right, thanks for that info, Mike. And yeah, Lewis, you're right on point. Victoria Rehab is the old Victoria Hospital, 3rd Street or 3rd Avenue, something like that in Miami.
Yeah, it's not a bad facility. I've visited people there before, so I'm glad he's doing better and he's closer to home because that's closer to North Miami.
All right, perfect. Again, Mikey, we got you in the log, and thanks for that update. All right, AMSAT received 2 Oscar designations, SO-114 and SO-115. What does that mean for you guys? Well, on January 13th, ESAT-2 and the Hades satellite were launched from a Falcon 9 over here at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. And they both carry FM digital repeater payloads to provide services to amateur radio enthusiasts around the world. So ESAT-2 and Hades are respectively Oscar 114, or SO-114, and SO-115. Spain Oscar 114 and Spain Oscar 115. So anybody that's into satellites, yeah, there's two more FM birds that are up there. So good news that the amateur radio community is expanding up. All right, with that, do we have any additional check-ins?
Whiskey 1, Charlie Lima Tango, Robert and Kendall, mobile, no traffic.
All right, got you down in the log, Robert. Whiskey 1, Charlie Lima Tango, loud and clear. And Eddie, thanks for the comment. I saw you'd put that up there a little while ago. And Jamie, I want to put you in the log, Kilo Golf 4, Oscar X-Ray Oscar. I see you over there listening in. Thanks for the update and the audio check.
November 4, Sierra Foxtrot Mike. Howard, Little Gables, no traffic.
All right, copied Kilo November 4, Sierra Fox Mike. Howard, thanks for the thanks for the check-in. All right, Germany's Ham Radio Society is under attack, a cyber attack. That is, the National Society of German Amateur Radio, DARC, or I said it backwards, German Radio Amateurs, DARC, was hit by a cyber attack on January the 15th. As of the 20th, their website was still down. Basically, what they reported that on the 15th, the homepage of the DARC became a target of a cyber attack. The attack exploited security vulnerabilities in a plugin in a WordPress installation. On the 17th, the attack spread to the main pages of their association, and that's when the attack was detected. And then they promptly stopped and repelled. So whatever that exactly means. At 2200 on that same day, the home page from Friday's backup was put back up on the air and things were back to normal. Their provider analyzed the traffic for the affected period and said that he could not detect any abnormalities, so a data leak cannot be assumed. Therefore, they're assuming that presumably automated, the attack was only aimed at redirecting to Russian websites and not spying on members. The member data is stored in folders separate from the website. So they're not too concerned about any kind of leak of any personal or sensitive information from their website. So I guess amateur radio is not immune from cyber attacks. All right, you're tuned into the W4SVI Everglades Amateur Radio Club weekly informational net. My call sign is W1HQL for ID. We did a quick recap on Winter Field Day. If anybody needs any additional fill on that, come now, and we'll give you whatever information that you might need to help you out with that. Also, if you go over to their website, Winter Field Day 2022, you can look at the rules and regs and things like that. They're pretty much similar to what the ARRL has for rules and regs. The WARC bands are verboten, and the other bands are open for digital other than FT8. So PSK 31 and CW, PSK and CW are 2-point getters. So, if we can do some digital ops from the site, that'll help with our points. And doubling those satellite comms. I don't know if we'll be able to do anything like that. I'll have my radio there, but just using a VHF antenna. If we can hit a bird, what the heck? We'll get 500 additional points. And just because we're outside and using alternate power sources, we get an additional 500 points. So we're already 1,000 points into the game, guys.
Check in. With relays.
Okay, Bill, stand by. Check in, go.
Oh, hey, Steve. This is Kilo Mike 4, Delta Foxtrot Romeo, Tim and Cutler Ridge. No traffic.
All right, Tim. And I saw that launch last week, and it was just off the chain awesome. I watched it solid 10 minutes of flight time. Solid 10 minutes. I watched both first and second stages. I could see them clear as a bell from my balcony. All right, before you make any comments, Tim, we can talk maybe after the net. But I got KG2CS checking in. Bill, I know you might have some relays. Do you have any traffic for us?
Okay, getting here near the end. We had a good turnout with the Aries net for the Florida Keys. I'd like to relay in Kilo 4, Charlie Victor Whiskey Margarita, and Kilo Oscar 4, Alpha Papa Charlie Louisa. And it sounds like things are a go for a winter field day. Not sure exactly how we're going to handle it this year, but I'm sure a good time will be had by all. And by South Florida standards, it's going to be winter field day. Anyway, that's it for now. 73 KG2CS, Homestead, Florida.
All right, Bill, thanks for that traffic, and I got you down, Kilo Golf 2 Charlie Sierra. Folks, that's Bill, that's our club secretary, and we got Kilo 4. You know, I copied down Margarita's call sign incorrectly. What is it again?
Kilo 4 Charlie Victor Whiskey. And by the way, a special hello to Tim out there. I know he's probably listening. I heard him check in on Lewis's net also. Good to hear him in there. But it's Kilo 4 Charlie Victor Whiskey.
Yeah, I knew I was missing something because I looked down. I only had four characters, and I needed 5. All right, Kilo 4 Charlie Victor Whiskey got her, and also Louisa Kilo Oscar 4 Alpha Foxtrot Charlie. Thank you, Bill.
Roger, Roger, 73, KG2CS.
Also, since Bill just mentioned about checking into the Keys Aries, good segue into some Aries-related news. In the wake of a bombing, the Amateur Radio Emergency Services Aries team of Centralia, Washington, activated following a early morning bombing back on December the 19th. Authorities say 2 men planted the bomb, which blew up the ATM at a local bank. The Washington State Patrol Bomb Squad and the FBI responded to assist Centralia Police Department in the investigation. The Centralia Aries team staged its communications van next to the scene. The 13 Aries team members who responded to a call for assistance were paired with Centralia Police Department detective to assist in the evidence search at the crime scene. Aries team members had been trained to perform evidence searches for the police department and were able to put those skills to work. Teams of 3 to 5 Aries team members, led by a detective, gloved up and slowly searched an estimated 10,000 square feet around the bank, along nearby railroad tracks and an adjoining field, retrieving as many potential pieces of evidence as they could find. Break. The Aries team was released after about an hour, and thanks to Bob Wiley, Kevin KD7OWN, he's the Aries emergency coordinator out there, and was provided this information. So it shows that Aries is being used and active in other areas of the country. It'd be nice if we had that type of law enforcement and emergency services cooperation. I'm being sarcastic right now because we're here in Miami-Dade County, and you know they like to run the show. In any event, but Aries is active and doing some great things out there. All right, let's get some check-ins. I got one last neat thing about the world's tiniest antenna, and then we'll close out the net. But let's grab some check-ins. All right, I don't know what we got for an audience out there. Well, we got 5 people online. That's cool. But this one caught my eye. Researchers in chemistry at the University of Montreal have created what they call the world's tiniest antenna, one they have engineered using, get this, DNA to let them study the structural changes that occur within proteins. This nano antenna uses light instead of radio frequencies we are so accustomed to here in the ham radio community. The researcher by the name of Scott Haroon said in a report, and I quote, the DNA based nano antennas can be synthesized with different lengths and flexibilities to optimize their function. We kind of do the same thing with wire, don't we? He added later, and I quote, by carefully tuning the nano antenna design, we have created a 5 nanometer long antenna that produces a distinct signal when the protein is performing its biological function. The researchers reported their findings recently in the journal called Nature Methods. They compared the fluorescent nano antenna's performance to that of a repeater. It receives light in one wavelength and then transmits it back at another, depending on what behavior it detects in the proteins. Imagine that, an antenna built out of DNA, and the only way you can see it is under a microscope. Pretty cool stuff. All right, with that, we're going to close out the net with one more request for check-ins. Any tail gunners out there?
Good evening, Steve. This is Kilo November 4, Delta Hotel Whiskey. David in the road, no traffic.
Hi, David. Thanks for checking in. Good to hear you in there, and good signal into the repeater. All right, with that, we'll close out the net. We'll stop the stream, and thank you, folks, for tuning in to both the EARC net here on 444-800 and on our live stream. And if anybody wants to listen to the net again and hear what's going on and what kind of traffic was being passed, the nets are recorded and archived on YouTube, so you can listen to them. And we're still working on the technology to try to do live feeds from our meetings when we have those on the second Friday of every month. All right, folks. This is W1HQL for the W4SVI Everglades Amateur Radio Club Net. We'll be signing off. You all have a good evening, and looking forward to catching you guys on Winter Field Day over at Bayfront Park down here at Biscayne National Park in Homestead.
W1HQL, Cam 4 DFR.
Hey, Tim, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, right.